This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes into the hour. Listen, man, it's levels to this. Have to be.
I know it.
It's levels to this, right?
That's
right. So
right.
the way we like to do it, man, in the old tradition of the things that did work in the record business, there was a man by the name of Berry Gordy.
Okay.
A music man who started off working on a assembly line somewhere in Detroit, building cars. Always had a dream and aspirations of becoming a music mogul, songwriter, and artist. Put all his money in one pile. Sister supported him, and he was able to pursue his dream. Created Hitsville, USA, that lovely city of Detroit, and created one of the most reputable pioneering record companies of all time.
Absolutely.
That gave birth to the Bad Boy Records, Death Row Records, Rockefeller Records, Def Jam Records, the one and only Motown Records.
That's right.
And one of the things that made him very unique and that made him stand out from the fray had to be was his ability to develop acts. Mm-hmm. That's where the expression A&R came from, artists and repertoire. And they would develop acts, they would train acts, they would take them through boot camp before they would put them out in the world.
Right.
Nowadays, people practice in front of us in the form of YouTube channels. And you get to see people underdeveloped come out into the world, and now the music business is saturated with a whole bunch of crap as a result of it. And so you can't tell the good from the bad.
Right.
So here on Sway in the Morning, what we like to do is take artists through a process. There's a young artist, artists who've been on the grind for a long time. A lot of times we'll bring them up and they'll do the Get in the Game segment that we do because they're trying to break in the game. And if they got what it takes, then we'll put them in that Friday Fire Cypher because we know they got heart and they can handle it. And then they keep working and you see that they working and they keep putting out music. You know, they're dedicated to their career. We bring them to rise and shine.
Nice.
And the artists we have today represent that journey to the fullest. Except for he's been doing it a lot longer than you may think. He's been dedicated and driven for a while now. The one and only Queens MC, Nutso, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Yeah, big me up.
Yeah, man.
I'm on it.
I got to, man. I got to, man.
I like that.
Yeah,
because you've been aspiring to do this for a while, and you've been on the show before, but it's really, a chance we get to sit down and talk about your journey. And you got this new EP called Divided Soul that's out. And I was listening to the album, the EP rather. DB and I were listening to the EP, and DB made a very great observation about the type of artist he thinks you are. And would you care to share that, DB?
Yeah, let me hear. I mean,
I've been listening to your music, for a while now.
All right.
And when I listen to this particular EP, the sound of it is kind of more of like, it makes me think of, you're not catering to the people who are like the turn up crowd, and they just want to hear like the shitty 70 to like 50 BPM slow syrupy music club, bitches, hoes, suck my dick, all this other stuff. Your music sounds like you're more in touch with, you place more importance on staying true to yourself as opposed to just pleasing that crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
So with an artist like yourself, do you think of like, damn, I should make a radio hit, or I should do like a club banger, or do you just really I'm going to do what I want to do?
Yeah, it just comes off of mine, you know what I'm saying? It's all the feel, man. How I feel that day, how I hear the beat, and, and also the topics, you know what I'm saying? Like any world news is going on, I pay attention to the news, so that's how I put it.
So you never have nobody in your ear like, yo, bro, you need to make
nobody.
that crack music.
Mills will just tell me, when you have like a Nas or a Jay,
you got to explain who Mills is.
Yeah, Mills is a slasher outlaw from back in the days that changed his life, got into radio, beautiful dude, personality. Like, you got to understand, this is not only a producer, engineer, / manager, like, this is my friend, man.
Okay, Ron
You know what
Mills.
I'm saying? And he's been taking this journey with me.
Okay, and so he gave you what kind of advice did he give you?
No, the advice that he gave me was, just go in, man. Do your thing. And when the legend calls up to do records, man, make your shit hotter than this.
Well,
because it's a competition.
Well, you worked around a lot of legends when you did the Western Union project, right?
Yes.
And talk about E40. What are some of the legends?
E40, Game was on there. We had Psycho Realm, from Cypress Hills, Corrupt.
Yep.
John Connor, up and coming artist, has got signed to Interscope and all that, and a couple other,
John Connor got signed to
Yeah.
Interscope. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And so that when working with them, you said I'm going to slay E40.
Right.
Yeah, nah, you know what it is, man. Honestly, it wasn't about I'm a slay E40, but this is a competitive field. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just say, I gotta hold my own. Like this collabo gotta sound good. It's not about I gotta be. I'm saying that's what Ron Mills. That's the monkey he throws in my back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Nut, you gotta go win, man. You know what I'm saying?
But what about when you're on a record with these greats and you have an idea of how you want them to sound, and then you receive, their lyrics, their vocals, and you're like, how do you tell them, or do you tell them, or has that happened?
No, I'm just gonna do me. That's what I said in the last interview I had with this, underground. Shade 4-5, and I was Well, actually, no, it was Shady 4. It was Shade 4-5, but they asked me like. I was like, it wouldn't change, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do a song with Christina Aguilera tomorrow, man. I'm still going to be Nutso on it.
It's going to be Nutso. So talk about your beginnings, man, because you were part of the Nuyorican poet movement.
Poets
right?
Cafe with the battles and the Rocksteady battles. I was there. I was there in the forefront.
And this was in the 90s. What was that scene like back then?
Well, actually, it was the late 90s.
The late 90s.
Yeah.
And paint the picture. What was that like? Like, what was Nuyorican Soul Poets Cafe? What was that? Social
media wasn't even in the picture. You know that, right? So it was like, if you want to know about the next show, the next poetry show or the next open mic, you had to basically like get on a train or jump in the whip or take a cab and go to Fat Beats or go to a mom and pop store and pick up a flyer to see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on that flyer, you from back in the days, I mean, you'll see on the flyer, upcoming artist performing tonight at 9 p.m. This is his new single on the flyer. And that would be like the CD cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that for us kind of like was the Good Life movement on the West Coast when you had AC Alone and Freestyle Fellowship and Exhibit and all those guys early on. Is that where you feel like you got your grooming, like your boot camp process?
Yeah, definitely, man. Because all these artists was coming out and it's like, we had to go to Fat Beats to get the vinyl, the CDs, the tapes. And, we'll go back to the hood. We'll be smoking, drinking, listening, vibing. And it's like, when I see them perform, it's just like, it ain't about being on the block no more.
Yeah.
I got to try to get down with this independent label. And that's how I met Mills and
the rest.
Yeah, the rest is
some
history.
of those artists who were around at that time.
Shabam Sadiq. You had Mos Def and Talib. All of them that was sounding raucous and all that. So
that was that same thing. Growing up in Queens, man, you said you had to get off the block because you was smoking and drinking. And but what was your childhood like? What was the environment like for you growing up?
Oh, nah, man, it was real dangerous, man. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, man. I came from a good. I came from a good home. Pops working, Dominican family. That's merengue, gunshots and bachata all day.
I was gonna say bachata.
A lot of rice and beans in the family.
And the rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was one of those kids. I was influenced.
Big up to Caridad.
Caridad.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Caridad. They make some good ass food.
I know.
Now I was those kids that was like, I didn't want to stay home, man. I was influenced. Hip hop is was street.
Yeah.
So I was out there, man.
But Dominican culture has its own like bachata, right? And merengue. But did you venture off into that at all? Or
not really, man. Because I was born here. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't know what's going on over there unless they tell me, like, hey, your grandmother's out here.
Yeah,
she's using machetes to chop up,
What?
That sugar cane, the sugar cane on the corner and shit like. Nothing like that. So
your grandmother was chopping people up. Bro.
Yeah. Nah, that's my uncles and them. Those are the dudes. They got deported. They ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now you got Block Boy is your newest video that you're pursuing, right?
Oh wow, yes, definitely, man. That's actually the first video off the Divided Souls.
Yeah, okay. And what's that about, man? Block Boy.
Block Boy, I had to take it back. I got family, like I said. Sway, we Dominicans that came. We migrated into New York. Actually, in like the late 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So we been here for a while. And after that, after my aunts and them started venturing around, it was like, they moved to Boston, Philly, down south. So I got cousins that be like, Nut, when I hear you on them trap beats freestyle, man, you sound good, man. Like, you should do one of them joints, man. So through the years, I touched up a couple of jump offs, you know what I'm saying? But this time around, I said, man, I got to do a video, man. And that's what's out right now. It's what's in. It's not like I'm catering to the crowd. It's like, I always rep that. I always love that music, but I'm a still New York artist, with the boom bap.
Okay, Block Boy, this is it. We're going to play this, man. You want to talk with Nutso, 888-742-3345. Get to know him, Shade 45.
Block Boy.
Nutso is here, NUTSO.
That's right.
Yep.
Look, this project is available now, man. A lot of people talk about, man, I just want to hear something with substance because
Right.
Well, get his project, Divided Soul. He got a few tracks on there that I really liked. Hustler Spirit, Far From Regular, Make It Hot. He's a lyrical guy. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for a lyrical guy that's found a way to, like, even that song, like Mills was saying, people say, this ain't a New York song. Hey, let me give you a clue here, man.
All right.
Don't pigeonhole yourself.
Nah.
It ain't about being a New York song. What does that even mean anymore?
Yeah, like what's New York?
Like, really?
Everyone's a transplant here anyway.
Like, is it a great song or not? That's all you need to concern
That's what
yourself.
me and Mills was talking about. You got to make good music, period. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you're not caught up in this, man, New York, we got to, you know, a lot of politicians say we got to bring our country back. And
same difference.
Thing, but you want to bring it back to what?
Right.
Yeah.
Segregation, inequality.
You're going to bring the tokens back?
What we going to bring back? Separate water faucets? Like, what we going to bring back? So we're going to bring New York back to what? Don't bring New York anywhere, nowhere. Push it forward.
We got to move forward, yeah.
Right, so you're not caught up in all that.
Hell no, man.
You got to be versatile. Back to being Dominican, man.
Yeah.
When I watch these reality TV shows like Love and Hip Hop, so on and so forth, when I grew up in Oakland, so the first time I ever met a person from DR was when I moved to New York in 2000, and this beautiful woman walked up to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
And she was darker than me. And she was confused.
Yes.
She was looking for, she was trying to find where she was going, and she thought I was Dominican, so she started speaking to me in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, where are you from? And she said, Dominican Republic. And I was like, okay. And I looked up the culture, and there's a lot of, great things about Dominican culture. But when you watch shows like Love and Hip Hop, and you see these beautiful Dominican women on there acting so damn ratchet.
Yeah.
Does the community even consider, is any backlash to that, or people don't care, they're getting it?
Nah, they don't care, because remember, a lot of Dominicans came out here to, work, just to give back to the community, back to the country out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of them ain't all came to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who know Washington Heights, or Corona, Queens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the land of the stash houses. You know what I'm saying?
Land of the stash, what does that mean?
Yeah, bricks of
cold,
that cold.
Okay.
Or Legos, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I hang out on Dykeman, man. I know.
So you know how it is, man.
Yeah.
A lot of power moves, man, over there.
Yeah, Roberto in Queens. Good morning. Say hello to Nutso. How you doing, man?
What up, Roberto?
Good morning, Nutso, man. What's up?
Yo, what it do, man?
What up, Nutso, man? This is Bryce's uncle. Remember we used to hang out on Union and 34th?
Oh, yeah, I remember that block, man. 109 Precinct. Yeah, they, a lot of memories with them, too, also.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, give you a shout out. Like, I'm happy, dog. Happy I could hear you on Shade 45. Man, I remember before I joined the Navy, we always used to be in that corner. You always used to be rapping, with Reaper and everything. You'd always be rapping in the corner right there from the Chinese store.
Oh, thank you, Berto. I remember who you are, man, from that building right in the corner, man, Hercules building.
Yeah, Hurt, man. My cousin Hurt,
a lot of cases of beers, drunken, a lot of tickets, a lot of violence, but I remember you. How the fam? Everybody good?
Yeah, everyone good. Yeah, I'm
beautiful.
I'm living in San Diego now and stuff, so, man, I'm happy to hear you on Shade 45. You're doing your thing, man.
That's great. Blessings, bro.
Yo, Roberto, man, if you're on Twitter or social media at Nutso, how can he reach you, man? He can just hit
he could reach me straight on www.nutsoppn.com, man. I got all my projects on there, man.
All right, Roberto, thanks for your call, man.
Roberto, shout out, bro.
Off the Mento is on the line. What up, Off the Mento? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Sway? Good, man.
You know this guy?
To support my boy Nutso, man, from day one. Day one, Sway, I'm telling you the truth. The world needs to know he's the real deal. Ron Mills, my man Ron Mills, Swan, they believed in him from the beginning. We used to rhyme on the corner and just go everywhere to battle anybody, and Nutso is a real grinder, and he deserves everything coming his way. That's 100% from Corona, Queens to Flushing to all over the world.
Yeah, and he calling from Florida,
you, bro.
man. Hey, you're a citizen Off the Mento.
Sway in the morning.
Yeah,
that's right.
You did the battle circuit, man, a little bit, right? Used to battle
for a little. I did it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think of the battle circuit now? Like, I just hosted a battle between Mr. FAB and Arsenal, in Oakland, man, and I was just, man, I was so offended. I had to clutch my pearls.
Yeah, let me tell you, man. It was offensive back in the days, man. But it's just like after a while, man. You know, it's like when you got like my mom's was, I'm going through chemo treatment and all that. You know, when you got I don't care how deep it is, man. When you got an artist, right in front of you telling, fuck you, I hope your mom died cancer, nigga. Like, I ain't with it, man. I let go of that. It's all about selling records at the end of the day. You got to make good music, Freestyle battle, that's one of the ingredients, in hip-hop, you got to have that in you. But, I don't think that's just the way to make it in the game all the way. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned your mom having chemo in the song Underground.
Yeah. Yeah. She beat a 10-year survivor, bro.
Yes, sir. Congratulations,
10-year survivor, man.
And people don't realize how much that impacts not just your mom, but everybody around y'all.
Oh, right? Of course, man. I was going to a real depressed time during that time, man. Cause like all my boys that grew up in that, on my block, like their moms died of breast cancer. Wow. So I was just like, damn, how's mom's gonna live,
Yeah.
So, but gotta have faith and hope, man, and that's it, man.
They gotta do some environmental, discovery in that area then if all the women are catching breast cancer.
A lot of women, man.
Nutso is here, man. The project is Divided Soul. I want to play one more song off of it called Light It Up, and it's featuring Dynasty the Prince. Who is that?
Dynasty, that's man. When you hear him, you're gonna think that's Vybz Kartel's cousin, man.
Yeah.
And he's Dominican Boricua, man.
Oh, is he really?
He's a black Tino like me, bro.
Yeah, you sound good on this, man. That's why I'm playing it.
Nah, he's dope. He's dope.
A black Tino.
He's a black Tino. That's it, man.
What's the difference between black and Latino?
I don't know. You tell me.
Black Tino.
Yeah, black Tino.
All right, I just like asking questions.
That's the African essence, man.
All right, here it is, man. Light it up. Nutso is the artist.
I like that.
You like that, Heather B?
I like that. Sounds good.
Yo, shout out, man. Let me tell you, man. This Divided Souls wouldn't be the album that it is if it wasn't for the Divided Souls camp coming out of ATL, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Shout outs DJ Pain One, them.
Pain One,
DJ Pain One, man. They worked everybody, man.
Yeah, they did.
Jeezy, T.I., 50, the whole camp, man.
They're dope.
Yeah, they're dope.
And how'd you connect with them?
With Brandon them, they hollered at me and Mills, man. Me and Ron Mills, man, our phones be ringing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our phones be ringing. If it ain't the wives beefing, you know what I'm saying? Or the bill collector, you know what I'm saying? It's hip hop, man. And I'm real appreciative of that, man.
You know what? Though, to your testimony and to Mills as well, I follow you guys on Instagram and I'm proud to see that you just keep going. Like, and I think
thank you, Heather.
That's what happens a lot with people. I think sometimes you get discouraged. I think as Sway mentioned with the industry and that back and forth sometimes and how you get that pressure to make certain kind of records. You guys just keep going, and I applaud you for that because it's hard to keep picking yourself up every day.
You're the best. You're the best.
No,
I'm a fan as well, too.
I'm a fan as well, and I appreciate that you guys keep going forward like that. You always have our support.
Well, especially when you can't get support from some of the larger platforms. Sometimes some of the so-called bigger DJs don't slow down enough to look at the foundation, so it can be discouraging because people aren't opening their doors, which is why we open our doors.
Yes, of course,
of course. To give you a shot.
Thank you for that, Sway, man.
No labels, just us.
No, the hashtag, no labels, just us. We ain't playing, man.
Right, that was
mamas.
Okay, Eric is on the line from Ohio. Good morning, Eric. How you doing?
Good morning, brother. I'm good, man.
What's happening?
I want to tell you, I love the show. I just got in my car. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Y'all was just playing.
Well, he's right here. His name is Nutso, and the song is called "Light It Up." He got a new project too. Nutso, tell him, man.
I got a new project, man. It's featuring everybody, man. Black is Still, Black is Stan and Still from Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And a couple other artists is on there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now, this, Eric, you can find it on iTunes.
Yes, on iTunes, and you can actually get the physical copy of the CDs on undergroundhiphop.com, man. So
okay, Nutso, Eric, Nutso. You got it?
I got it.
All right, we're gonna go to Iowa. My man TJ on the line. Iowa, what up?
Hey, wait, what up?
What up, TJ?
Hey, Nutso, dude. We have 5 inches of snow here in Des Moines, and it's about 3 degrees. I'm traveling right now for work. And you just gave me a little piece of Caribbean, peace of mind, man. That is a great track you just played on that. That was
Thank you, bro.
Song, man. So nice.
You got chains on them wheels, man?
What's that?
I said you got chains on them wheels, man, because New York, we going through tragic snow. Us in Boston, man. Hard body, right, Sway?
Yeah, that's true, man. I'm cold.
No chains, just 4x4. That'll get me through. Yeah.
That's it, man.
man. Gonna look you up.
Light another one up, brethren.
You know, TJ just stunted on him. Nah, we don't do chains, nuts. So we got 4x4s.
That's it. Deal with it.
TJ was like, get your game up.
She was like, get your game up. Well, tell the sanitation department that, man, because they be wrong, you know?
Yeah, they be nasty in New York right now. Stanley is on the line. Stanley, what you want to say?
Hey, this is Stanley Grimes, a.k.a. Rampage from the Boogie Down Bronx. I'm calling actually from Morrisville, North Carolina. That's where I live now. We did a project back in the days together. I did my verses from Kuwait when I was deployed with the Air Force, and you know Brain Sparker, Freestyle Professors Project.
Oh, yeah. That's Lord Finessing them peoples, man. Shout out to the BX, to the Swans, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm Stanley Grimes. We was on a track together called Going In.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I remember, man.
Yeah. Man,
I remember I did that video with Brain Spark at the church, man, and our man see the Cuban dressed. Yeah, he dressed up as the priest, man. Fresh boy. I don't know how you do that.
Yo, I was in my car listening, and I said, oh, snap, that's Nutso. Let me call in. And I just got the number, called in. I just wanted to say I respect your grind.
Yo, thank you, bro. Blessings for real.
God bless you, brother.
All right,
that's right. That's
Stanley,
for y'all.
Yeah, you a citizen, Stanley.
Sway in the morning.
You got a citizenship. That's right, man. Yo.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.